I'd like to call to order, it is 6:30, the Fenton Township meeting for April 18th, 2023. Opening prayer, Mr. Gopal, please, and then the allegiance.
Lord, we're meeting here tonight to conduct matters of business. We ask that you guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon these activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. And as always, we thank you for being the source of our guidance tonight. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, roll call, Lorraine is absent, Krug is present, Tucker is absent, Gopal,
Here.
Kotrick,
Here.
Kessler,
Here.
and Reed.
Here.
I'd also like to note that our operations manager, Tom Broker, our zoning administrator, Mike Dean.
Chief's
Fire-
not here.
Huh?
Chief's not.
She's not here, yeah. And I don't think the assessor is.
No.
That's
So you're
you
out
either. Okay, are also present additionally, the following people are here via Zoom. It'd be Alan and Melissa Lawrence. You want to do the recording
Sure.
announcement, Tom?
To the members of the public attending tonight's meeting in person or via Zoom, please be advised this meeting is being recorded to be shown on public access television, Spectrum Channel 191. Recorded meetings are also posted on the Fenton Area Community Television YouTube channel. For those attending via Zoom, we ask that you keep your microphone muted until we reach portions of the meeting where public comment is allowed. For tonight's meeting, there are no public hearings, therefore all public comment will be taken near the end of the meeting. Meeting materials are available for download on the township's website at fentontownship.org.
Thank you. In the absence of Supervisor Lorraine, we need to appoint a temporary chair. I need a motion to appoint.
Clerk Krug. Support.
Roll call, Tom?
Lorraine is absent. Reed.
Yes.
Kotrick.
Yes.
Krug.
Yes.
Kessler.
Yes.
Gopal.
Yes.
Tucker's absent. Motion carries.
Great. Approval of the agenda. Are there any requests to amend tonight's agenda? If not, a motion is in order to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call, Tom?
Krug.
Yes.
Kotrick.
Yes.
Kessler.
Yes.
Reed.
Yes.
Gopal.
Yes.
Tucker and Lorraine are absent. Motion carries. The agenda is approved.
Thank you. Next is meeting minutes. Include in your packet of the minutes from the April 4th regular meeting. Are there any corrections or requested revisions to these minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is important, but I just felt like the public comment note about Mr. Lawrence's comments was slightly, I don't know, misrepresented. I'm not sure he cares, if he hears about the note, but it said he agrees with the need for gun safety, but is concerned that the ordinance does not address enough. I didn't check, but my memory was more that he was concerned that it wasn't specific enough, or was kind of overbroad, rather than didn't address enough things. I'm not sure if we need to correct that or not.
I can revise it slightly. It was meant to be just kind of a general characterization of his comment.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it didn't, I think it's something to the effect it didn't go far enough or it didn't cover enough issues.
Okay.
Okay.
But, yeah,
Yeah.
I can revise it slightly, no problem.
Okay, then following that, the meeting minutes stand approved as revised. Next is expenditures. Are there any questions regarding any of the expenditures? Hearing none, I need a motion is in order to approve the expenditures totaling $503,532.43.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Roll call, Tom?
Reed.
Yes.
Gopal.
Yes.
Tucker is absent. Kessler.
Yes.
Lorraine is absent. Krug.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Motion carries, expenditures are approved.
Okay. There are no public hearings tonight. I don't see the chief, so,
Yeah, he had a scheduling conflict, so we can cover
have
the
a
report
report,
briefly. His report is in there. The total number of calls for the quarter, 143, which ironically, I look back, it's the exact same number they had the first quarter of last year. 26 of which were in Tyrone Township. You can see the breakdown there. He did say that this month it's really going, the runs have been piling up. He said they're probably going to be, they've had over 40 since the end of the quarter. They're 185 right now.
wow.
That's only halfway through the month, so. If any of the board members have questions, you can reach out to him. He apologized, he couldn't make the meeting tonight.
Ordinance enforcement, first quarter report. It's in your packet. Are there any questions regarding the ordinance? Tom, you wanna go over it, please?
According to Pat Shaw, the junk vehicles and blight, dog control, and building code complaints were the highest volume complaints for the quarter. We had a total of 29 actual complaints filed, 372 site inspections, and, obviously lots of phone calls and letters sent, that type of thing. He did indicate there's still one ticket in the works regarding dangerous building.
Thank you.
Do we
Any
know if that
questions?
dangerous building is commercial or residential?
I think it's residential.
Residential.
Okay, I'm not familiar with
And
what it is.
that's being resolved. I mean, the legal ends are almost done and the building's resolved. I mean, they're back in compliance.
Oh,
Good.
good. Good to know.
Any other comments or questions regarding the report? Okay, communications. We need to schedule a special meeting someday next week. Supervisor Rain would like to have a meeting, said it would be short, regarding the Thompson Road engineering agreement. What's good with you folks?
Can do any day but Thursday.
I cannot do Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
I guess
Or
we're-
Thursday.
We're narrowing the field.
Or Thursday.
Looks like Wednesday.
Or-
So it looks like Wednesday wins?
I think so. Is-
Roughly how short is the meeting when he says this?
He just said it would be a short meeting.
I would say 30 minutes or less.
I don't care though, any day is good for me.
Are we okay with like a 5 PM? Or do
Sure,
we need to
yeah.
go 5 PM?
Yeah.
Wednesday at 5?
26?
Yep.
Yeah.
Five o'clock.
If it's anything over that, we'll make Vince buy supper.
Well, my kid's home, so it ain't gonna be too long.
Okay, the next is adoption of ordinances. The first one is state construction code ordinance, second reading. This is the second reading of the proposed ordinance to designate the township as the enforcing agent for various construction codes, which was introduced at our April 4th meeting. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, I need a motion to adopt the state construction code ordinance as presented.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call, Tom?
Patrick?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
Krug?
Yes.
Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker and Lorraine are absent. Reed?
Yes.
Motion carries, ordinance is adopted.
Next is the reckless discharge of firearm ordinance introduced in the first reading. This is the second reading of the proposed ordinance regarding the reckless discharge of firearms, which was introduced on April 4th. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns? Any, Sergeant? Nothing? Jack?
No, I mean, our thing was said at the last meeting, but if somebody has any questions, all this is are condensing the state law into our ordinance so we can enforce it.
So there's nothing more restrictive than state law in this ordinance?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, if there isn't, we need a roll call, or I need a motion to adopt reckless discharge of firearm ordinances as presented.
I'll make that motion.
So,
Roll call, Tom?
Gopel,
Yes.
Tucker and Lorraine are absent. Patrick,
Yes.
Krug,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Kessler.
yes.
Motion carries, ordinance is adopted.
The next is rezoning of R 23002, and it's parcel 0601 200-051. The address is 11233 Fenton Road from RMH to R3. Any comments or questions? Mike?
Yeah, so this is the northeast corner of Thompson and Fenton Road. It's where the water tower is going. It's currently zoned for mobile home. We requested the Genesee County rezone it to R3, which is closer to what Thompson Road corridor and the master plan have identified for that area. The remainder of the parcel is still owned by the YMCA. After the master plan's update, we'll probably have them come back, or we may initiate it, but get the rest of the parcel rezoned to R3. Because mobile home park's not consistent with the master plan. Planning Commission reviewed it. The recommendation is to approve the rezoning.
So what is, okay. So this has nothing to do with the water tower going there?
It's nothing, it's just bringing it into compliance with the master plan.
Okay.
Okay, any comments or questions that Mike can help with? Okay. The second reading and vote on adoption of the proposed ordinance will be conducted at May 16th meeting. We've got a long time between today and our next meeting. But if you miss Tom and I, you can come over to the gym and vote. Oh, music room, sorry,
Band room,
band room.
only for the Lake Fenton School District though.
Well, they can come visit. We'll have food at supper time, so. Unfinished business, there's none. New business, proposed water/sewer franchise agreement for 14130 Ripley Road. Tom can, or some, I didn't understand, we can't get him water
Right.
and
so
sewer.
I can explain it.
Okay,
So
please.
this is Mr. Carenduff, who owns a piece of property. He actually came to the board to rezone it late last year. It's on Ripley Road, just south of Ralston, on the Fenton Township side of the road. And with the intent, he wanted to split, I think, make 3 splits off from it. So now he's getting ready to build, and he wants municipal water and sewer service for the house. Well, we don't have sewer there, and even when our water's in, we can't give him water, but he's right adjacent to the city of Linden, water and sewer. So we've done this a couple of times in the past in the same general area, a franchise agreement between the township and the city and the property owner that allows him to connect to city services. They charge him the fees, he pays them the fees, and he gets, city services even though he's in the township. And the one thing that they asked to be added, and Jack looked it over, Jack did look it over, if for some reason he doesn't pay them, then we can put the fees on his taxes and pay Linden, since they wouldn't have that recourse. But it's just it's a franchise agreement that allows the city to provide water and sewer to his house.
So there's no annexation or anything?
I was thinking the same thing,
Well,
Mark.
I guess, okay.
Sure sounds
But
like.
now, I mean, we're putting Linden is kind of encroaching in Fenton Township. You said this has happened before a couple places, Tom?
We've got at least 2 more of these in existence that go back quite a long time.
So Linden or Fenton?
Linden, same
Okay.
general area.
Same thing?
Yeah, it's this area on
Yeah,
Ridley Road.
yeah.
Because across the street.
And the
is
water is
city.
already across the street, so it's not like they're gonna encroach and then try to take some of these.
Not right, they're just gonna connect into the lines they already have in
And there's
place.
literally a line right across the street.
Yes.
I was worried about
Well,
annexing.
I just, if he doesn't pay, no, Linden has no recourse except to come to us and say, put it on tax, and we'll collect it.
Right. But the part of the agreement, which the property owner is signing the agreement as well, he's
Yeah.
agreeing to that. That if he doesn't pay, we can put it on his taxes.
Any other comments,
Does that-
concerns?
Jack, do you see any issue with that?
No,
Okay.
that's not gonna let them annex that property.
No, I'm just thinking of the old political entangling allies
Well,
term, so.
Yeah, no, I don't see any problems with that.
Used to be real strong, didn't it, Mark?
I'm just, okay.
Any comments from anybody in the audience? Okay, I need a motion to approve the franchise agreement between the Charter Township of Fenton, City of Linden, and David Carenduff to allow property located at 41130 Ripley Road to connect to Linden municipal water and sanitary sewage services as presented.
Sorry, can I,
I have
a couple more questions?
another one as
How
well.
far is the water from his property now, Tom, roughly?
Their water,
Linden's, how far is it?
they're both lines are right in the Ripley Road right of way. So he's not,
Are they on the, what side of the road are they on? Are they on
I don't know. I'm assuming it's on
Probably
their side of the
west.
road, it might be under the road.
Okay.
Um,
Do you, does this show any precedence or?
Melissa knows.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Hey,
The water main, the Linden water main is on the west side of Ripley there at that point.
so it'll just be a tunnel under the road and then just run a 4-inch or whatever line to tap in there. Any, Jack, I mean, does this set a precedence that the other two houses already are in this arrangement, haven't?
If they requested, I would think we'd have to be doing the same thing.
Do you see this, I mean, is this, I guess I don't know what the angle is there. You just don't wanna dig a well and he just wants to,
I don't think he wants to dig a well or have a septic system. Right.
Septic systems are really expensive.
Yeah,
so is a tap in.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's not the first one we've done in this general area, and
Okay.
the fact that you've never heard of the other ones tells me that there hasn't been a problem.
I just don't want this to open up a
Yeah.
box.
No.
What happens when the property's sold? Because
This
this,
stays with the property, I'm assuming
but
this
this,
is gonna be
but
recorded.
this specific owner agrees to it. I mean, does that, I'm not sure how that binds subsequent
If
owners.
the agreement's recorded, and if they don't wanna be bound by it, you know, some people want municipal water, some don't.
Right,
So the person coming in there, if they don't want municipal water, they can set it off, dig a well. I assume there's no well there now or whatever. And so someone else coming in there to buy it, probably wanna have them acknowledge this agreement. This agreement ought to be recorded, you know, with the county.
Could we put in there, that's our requirement, to get it recorded?
We can just do it.
We
don't
can do it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
you had something, Christine?
no, that was my question about how,
Okay.
if it runs with
Happens
the
when it's
property, yeah.
Anybody else?
No.
Any comments, Melissa, or concerns that you might have?
No,
Okay, thank you. If not, I need a motion to approve the franchise. I guess I already read that, so
Yeah,
I just need somebody to make the
I'll
motion.
move the motion.
Support.
Roll call, Tom?
Kessler,
Yes.
Krug,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes,
Lorraine is absent, Patrick,
Yes.
Tucker's absent, Gold.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Good. Next is proposed amendments to the 2023 Fenton Township budget. Tom?
Okay, I did put a memo explanation in the packet for the proposed amendments to the 2023 budget. I'll hit the highlights. On the general fund, we've increased the state grant revenue and an offsetting $1,000 or $1 million in expense for Thompson Road, and that is recognizing some of the money, which we actually have now. We got the first $5 million from the state appropriation. It's actually in the form of an EDC grant, and that's going toward the Thompson Road Bridge / roundabout road improvement project. So we're increasing both the revenue and the expense budget by $1 million. That could be adjusted up or down depending on how much gets done this year. We just don't know how far we're getting this year. A $10,300 increase in election reimbursement revenue, offset by a corresponding increase in election expenditures due to the May 2nd election, which was not on the schedule when we adopted the budget. $25,000 increase in interest revenue to reflect higher interest rates. $270,000 increase in building and grounds expenditures for landscaping repairs and the lower level renovation project that the board already approved. And $29,100 increase in inspection ordinance enforcement expenditures for the new ordinance enforcement vehicle, which was budgeted but not spent last year. The net effect of the proposed general fund amendments is a decrease to the fund balance of about $298,000, which leaves an overall budget deficit of $31,000 for the year. But when you factor in the fact that part of that deficit is spending the $150,000 we already had set aside because the Hogan Road Bridge will be done this year, the amendment results in a net increase to our unrestricted fund balance of about $118,000. And in the fire fund, we're making an adjustment based on some guidance we received from the auditors regarding the purchase of the fire truck. We had initially expensed the amount that we fronted for the truck, and what they recommended was that we do that as a prepaid, also recognize the installment purchase agreement proceeds as revenue, and prepay the entire expense of the truck. So the expense will be recognized when we get the truck rather than when we cut the checks. So it's really just an accounting adjustment. It doesn't really change the budget, other than the fact that we ended last year with almost a $1.6 million fund balance, but 1.16 of that is reserved for the fire truck. So it's really just a technical adjustment, not really a change to the budget as a whole. Other than that, that's all we're changing. We're proposing to change this time only the two funds, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them.
We're still set as far as the budget is correct. I mean, the auditors, to the best of my knowledge, have found no problems.
No, they completed their field work last week.
Okay.
I got an email today with some follow-up information they need. I assume they'll be making their presentation in June like they usually do, but
Okay.
not expecting any bad news or unwelcome news.
Good. Any questions or comments from anybody?
No.
If not, I need a motion to adopt amendments to the 2023 Fenton Township budget as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Roll call, Tom.
Tucker is absent, Lorraine is absent, Gopel,
Yes.
Kessler,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Krug.
Yes.
Motion carries, and it's adopted.
Okay, the next item is amendments to the 2022 sewer update project agreement. Why the 2022?
Well, what it is, this is an agreement that was approved last year, and we didn't catch the mistake, they didn't catch the mistake till this year. The agreement is written that the improvements are being done to the Genesee County sewer system, and actually, the improvements are being done to the system that the township owns, not the county. So they're just correcting the language to read that way. Doesn't change any of the other provisions, it's just fixing the wording of the contract to be more accurate. Project's almost done other than restoration.
Okay, any comments or questions? Need a motion to approve the amendments to the 2022 Fenton Township sanitary sewer upgrade project contract as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Support?
Roll call, Tom?
Rain is absent. Patrick?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker's absent. Krug?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Motion carries, the amendment's approved.
The last item, and I don't know if all of you've got to meet this young lady, Laura, but it's a resignation due for, as she expressed, personal reasons. So I need a motion to accept with regret the resignation of Laura Rumble effective April 28th, 2023.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Roll call, Tom?
Kessler?
Yes.
Gopel?
Yes.
Krug?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Rain is absent. Patrick?
Yes.
Tucker's absent. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Just to let you know, she may work beyond that, like on a temporary basis, at least until the school year is out if we need her. But she's got some vacation that she's planned before she even hired in that she's taking first. So, yeah, she's a good employee. I think she feels bad. We're sorry to lose her, but her situation is what it is.
Okay. Next is public comment. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address the board? How about on Zoom? Is there anybody that would like to address the board? Mark, are you good? Okay, no, thank you. And I think it's Vince that's,
Vince is the one that says MTA, I think.
so, hearing none, the best thing I can do for us is say it's 6:56 and good night.